So let's talk about Jurassic Park III, the third and final installment of the Jurassic Park trilogy. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2001 sci-fi action flick Jurassic Park III, released by Universal along with Amblin Entertainment. This, of course, is the third and final film in the original Jurassic Park trilogy, and also the first film in the franchise not to be directed by Steven Spielberg, as this film was directed by Joe Johnston, who recently directed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, The Rocketeer, and Jumanji, and he'd later go on to direct Captain America the First Avenger. However, Spielberg would be an executive producer of the film. And it's also the first not to be based on a novel by Michael Crichton. But however, the film features characters and ideas by the author of the book. Sam Neill returns, plus Laura Dern, just for a brief appearance, along with William H. Macy, Téa Leoni, Alessandro Nivola, Trevor Morgan, and Michael Gere appears. This time, a divorced couple who deceived paleontologist Dr. Alan Grant into helping them find their son who has gone missing on Isla Sorna. Yes, this film was released on July 18, 2001, just a couple days after it premiered at the Universal Amphitheater. The film got mixed reviews like the last film did, and was the least successful of the franchise at the box office. Now, before I get started on my review and the story, if you haven't seen my reviews of the first two films, click on that card that'll take you to the playlist. That's Jurassic Park/World, which, yes, you will get reviews of the other two Jurassic World films. The first two, since I've already reviewed the third film last year. Okay, here's our story. 12-year-old Eric Kirby and his mother's boyfriend, Ben Hildebrand, go parasailing near the restricted Isla Sorna. As the boat enters a thick fog, the crew is killed by an unknown attacker, prompting Ben to detach the line before the vessel crashes into rocks. Eric and Ben drift towards the island. 8 weeks later, paleontologist Dr. Alan Grant struggles to secure funding for his velociraptor research and rebuffs the public's obsession with the events on Isla Nublar. Grant discusses his research with a longtime colleague, Ellie, hypothesizing that velociraptors were intellectually and socially advanced beyond even primates. In Montana, his assistant Billy Brennan uses a three-dimensional printer to replicate a velociraptor larynx. Paul and Amanda Kirby, a seemingly wealthy couple, offer to fund Grant's research if he gives them an illegal aerial tour of Isla Sorna. Grant reluctantly agrees, flying there with Billy, two of the Kirby's mercenary associates, Udesky and Cooper, and their pilot Nash. Grant learns that the Kirbys intend to land. He protests, but Cooper knocks him unconscious. Grant awakens to find that the group has landed, although they reboard the plane when a large theropod approaches the runway, leaving Cooper behind. During takeoff, a Spinosaurus emerges and devours Cooper. The aircraft hits the dinosaur and crashes into the trees. The Spinosaurus attacks the plane and eats Nash, who has Paul's satellite phone. The survivors flee, only to encounter a Tyrannosaurus. The two dinosaurs fight, and the Spinosaurus kills the Tyrannosaurus as the humans escape. Grant furiously confronts the Kirbys, who reveal they are a middle-class divorced couple searching for their son Eric and Amanda's boyfriend Ben. Government agencies declined to help, So they deceived Grant and brought him along, mistakenly believing him to have experience on Isla Sorna. The group begins searching for Eric and Ben as they travel to the coast. They find Ben's corpse attached to the parasail, which Billy takes. They also stumble upon a velociraptor nest, and Billy secretly places two eggs in his bag. They soon discover an InGen compound where a velociraptor ambushes them before vocalizing for its pack. The humans escape when a herd of Critosaurus and Parasaurolophus, causing a stampede. Grant and Adesky become separated from the others who take refuge in the trees. The velociraptors injure Udesky and thus attempt to lure Paul, Amanda, and Billy into rescuing him. Their trap is unsuccessful. They soon kill Udesky. Elsewhere, Grant observes the pack communicating and suspects that they are searching for something. As he tries to slip away, they ambush him. Eric appears, dispersing the attack with canisters of tear gas before taking Grant to an overturned supply truck where he has been taking shelter. The following morning, they reunite with Billy and the Kirbys and narrowly escape the Spinosaurus again. Now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 cents to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below as I'm finished. If you've seen them already, continue. Okay, you've been warned. Sorry, I went so quickly. Grant, wary of Billy, checks his bag and sees the velociraptor eggs, which Billy says he planned to sell for funding. Grant decides to keep the eggs, hoping the velociraptors may spare the group if the eggs are returned. The group enters an aviary, which they realize to be filled with pterodons. A flock attacks the group and flies away with Eric. Billy rescues him using the parasail. The flock then attacks Billy, who is seemingly killed. The group escapes the aviary, but unintentionally leaves the cage unlocked. They board a small boat and make their way downriver. That night, they retrieve the ringing satellite phone from a pile of Spinosaurus feces. Yeah, sick, huh? Grant contacts Ellie for help, but the Spinosaurus attacks him. Fuel from the boat leaks into the water, and Grant ignites it using a flare gun, forcing the Spinosaurus to flee. The following day, the group hears a helicopter overhead and arrives at the coast, but they are ambushed by the velociraptors who have come for the eggs. Grant uses the replica larynx to confuse the pack. Upon hearing distant helicopters, the raptors reclaim their eggs and disappear into the jungle. The U.S. Navy lands on the beach, summoned by Ellie, and rescues the survivors. On a helicopter, they discover that Billy has also been rescued, albeit in a seriously injured state. They watch the now free pterodons fly alongside them as they leave the island. End of story. So what did I think of Jurassic Park 3? Well, I'm gonna say it was fine, what have you. It still had pretty good action, what have you, like what we saw in the other two films. But however, this film didn't do as well as its predecessors, going on to make 368 million worldwide. But however, it became the 8th highest grossing film of 2001. Let's see now. Mhm. Anyway, the film currently sits at 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. Says that it is darker and faster than its predecessors, but that doesn't quite compensate for the franchise's continuing creative decline. Yes, I agree. The film's runtime is a half hour less than the other two films are, with a total of 92 minutes. But I do appreciate the darker feel to it and a little bit faster pacing and stuff and what have you. I feel like the pacing's a bit faster, but well, it doesn't quite really save this film big time. So, well, can't really help but well defend this film much though. But it's still an okay film. Entertainment Weekly said that this film has no pretensions to be anything more than a goosebumpy fantasy theme park ride for kids, but it's such a routine ride. Spielberg's wizardry is gone, and his but light touch as well, and that gives too much of this 90-minute movie over to the duller than dull characters. Variety called the film an all action helter skelter. Don't forget to buy the computer game ride that makes the two previous installments look like models of classic filmmaking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, on the on the Ebert and Roper show, Roper gave it thumbs down, but Ebert gave it thumbs up. And Ebert called it the best blockbuster of the summer. And according to him, he said it is not as awe-inspiring as the first film or as elaborate as the second, but in its own B-movie way, it's a nice little thrill machine. He also said, I can't praise it for its art, but I must not neglect its craft, and on that basis, I recommend it. Well, I'm going to get to my recommendation in just a moment. But I will say that I do like seeing all those dinosaurs and what have you. That was really something. There were also several video games as well. So many and what have you. And there was also a Jurassic Park 3 arcade game. Let's see. So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna say it wasn't too bad and what have you. And John Williams was too busy to work on the score because he was already busy working on the film for the score for another film, which was AI Artificial Intelligence. So he recommended Don Davis to write the score. Williams' original themes and several new ones, such as one for the Spinosaurus that focused on low sounds with tubas, trombones, and timpani, were integrated into the score, which that was fine and what have you. So the score wasn't completely bad, completely. But anyway, now for our cast, aside from seeing Sam Neill back as Dr. Alan Grant, who was really good still, we have William H. Macy as Paul. He was good. Taya Leoni played Amanda. She wasn't too bad. Alessandro Nivola played Billy. He was good. Trevor Morgan played Eric. Michael Gier played Odesky. And John Daniel played Cooper. We also have a little bit of an appearance from Laura Dern as Ellie Sattler. She's not credited with the core cast, but she is credited in the scrolling in credits, however. So anyway, Jurassic Park 3, while it may not have been as strong as the other two were, but I do like some of the cast and what have you, and the score is fair and what have you, but it does have some more cool dinosaurs, and it's pretty dark and what have you, and pretty fast too. Even though despite its hour and a half runtime, I still say it's okay and what have you. So would I recommend Jurassic Park 3? Well, only if you are a hardcore completionist, I'd say give it a one-time watch. I'd say that should go for everyone else. I'd say give it a one-time watch. If you don't like it, well, hey, you tried. So, what did you think of Jurassic Park 3? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now, everyone, I have a special announcement. Change of plans for the next few days. Now, I originally had planned to do the Fokker family trilogy, but that's going to change. I am sending Meet the Parents to Father's Day. Now, as for Meet the Fockers and Little Fockers, those are going to be postponed until further notice. So instead, I'm going to be giving to you my next video a spoiler-free review of the film Flamin' Hot. Also, despite I missed out on its anniversary a week ago, I'm going to try to make up for lost time and give to you a TV log of Reading Rainbow. And I will also be giving to you a review of the Netflix film with Chris Hemsworth, Extraction, in order to promote the release of its sequel. Okay? So stay tuned for those. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my spoiler-free review of Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. The upper left-hand corner is my review of the fourth Indiana Jones film, Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Or if you would like, go to the bottom left hand corner and see my spoiler free review of the final installment of the spin off in continuation to this series, Jurassic World in Jurassic World Dominion from last year. And don't worry, I am going to review Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom next week. In the bottom left-hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.